Okay, I am testing the balance of the audio levels now. Apologies for the delay. Magic Arena did not want to start this morning, but I got it. I think that sounds pretty good to me. Alright. Sweet. We are now using the awesome, the amazing Game Chops for our background music because the arena background music is kind of lame. Also, how are you doing, Dark Legion Mage? Did you play in the 100 card Brawl event? Because I did, and I'm really sad that it's gone. I've been using, you're good, just chillin'. I've been using Historic to rank up, although my quest is blue and green spells, so let me go into a non-ranked for a second. I'm doing this the opposite way that I should be doing it. There we go. You did it for the 2 wins and screenshot it for your store reward. Oh wow. Thank you, Dragon Gem. That's an amazing gift. Super appreciate that sub. Also, is it just me or did the subscription thing not come up? I don't understand. I tested the widgets, but it's like they don't actually go when things happen. I don't know how to fix that. The audio didn't go. Weird. I guess that'll work. Seems good. Uh-oh. It's, we're gonna get, like, a poison counter next turn. We're gonna have a blocker, but... Called it. I mean, maybe they don't swing? What, are they waiting for me to... Okay, there we go. Yes. It is... the amazing Game Chops. And it's apparently from... it's Cosmo Cannon. I don't know specifically where all this stuff is from, but it's Game Chops. And it's better music than here. Well, if I don't get removal, I'm screwed. Got removal. Timo really likes Final Fantasy VII. He's mentioned that we need to take me on that feels trip. It's true, I never played Final Fantasy VII. The only Final Fantasy game that I've actually played is Final Fantasy IV, and I didn't get very far. I left off in the desert somewhere, and I know people have told me I need to go to, like, the upper right, because I've mentioned before, like, I got lost and I stopped playing, but it's so hard to pick up a game after being away from it for so long. 7, 9, and 10 have god-tier stories. The one that I really like, just because I'm most familiar with it because my brother liked it a lot, is, if I play this, it's gonna get toasted, so I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, that seems fine. Music's a bit loud. I can turn it down some more. It's about as low as it'll go. Excellent. This way, when I cast the Quandrix Pledge Mage, I can then opt and make it bigger, you know what I mean? Or the lore skill Quaddle, for that matter. Oh, Final Fantasy VI. Also known as Final Fantasy III in the early days. You bounce around parties a lot. I'm gonna hold. Final Fantasy X's gimmick is, let's make 7 character archetypes you really hate and then somehow make you fall in love with all of them. Should have fought it beforehand. I didn't understand how this card worked. Now I lose both my creatures and I'm gonna die. Yeah, I should have either countered the spell. I should have either countered the spell or... Because that was non-creature, right? Yeah. I should have either countered the spell or fought before they hit the battlefield. Probably countered the spell. Because then I would have only lost one creature instead of both. And we still haven't done it. We got some bird jams happening now. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this from now on. I like it a lot better. I will, I need to, like, either make or get a bot or something that just, like, shouts it out every 20 minutes. Because it's Creative Commons, and they're like, hey, you should attribute this, and then you can use it for free. And I'm like, that's so awesome. Creative Commons is the best. I know most people don't care about copyright, but I do. We're gonna do the instant. I do know a little bit about 10. Prima donna sports prodigy with destiny thrust upon him, daughter of a chosen one who's too timid to do her duties half the time, an actual racist, an ice queen who defends said racist because of past events with his brother, an edgy outcast, a mentor figure who seems to only tell you stuff when it's relevant, and yells at you for asking questions, and a cheery, happy-go-lucky girl whose actions never seem to catch up to her. Seems legit. And the game makes you somehow love every one of them. That's funny. Yay, my bluff worked. I wasn't gonna block if they swung. So not this turn, but next turn we'll be able to play Coma, assuming the Pixie survives. Actually, do I even need the Pixies to survive? If I get an additional land with Quadra Cultivator? Should have played the land after, that's my bad. Dragon Gem! Hi, Dragon Gem! Thank you for that sub earlier. Growth Spiral was too fast, Urban Evolution was too slow. Let's get it just right. How are you doing today, Dragon Gem? Aw. Well, I hope that things look up for you soon. This is gonna be me all stream, just so you know. Just jamming. Aww. You're down to do dailies with you? Most of your dailies are saying to do blue. Do you have 100 card historic Brawl? Because that's what I really want to play. I'm so sad that that event was so brief. I actually only built 2 decks. I wanted to build more, but it seemed stupid to build more. Oh, that was mono red? Okay. Yeah, I saw a good number of people playing mono red Krenko. That was a popular build. Another build that I saw twice was, what's it called? It was the red-white Dean, and their entire deck was just Dragon's Approach and dragons. And it's like, oh, alright, that's boring. Mostly need to stay blue. Alright, we can do some regular games, that's fine. Historic or regular or Brawl? Regular being standard. Historic, alright. Is it just the advisors? Because I played against that yesterday too. They had the mono blue mill commander and then the frickin' advisor guys. The best part was I almost killed them. I got them down to like 2 life, but it still wasn't enough. They milled me. Oh, a different deck. Okay. I was hoping they'd do that. Next weekend, her Brawl and I are going to play It Takes Two on streams on both our channels. Oh, that's so cute. I'm not familiar with that game. It's the anniversary weekend. That's super nice. Curious how the mill commander is going to interact with the new mill spell from D&D. It's a 2-person puzzle game. That sounds fun. I'll have to poke my partner about that. can't block anyway, so... Now I'm scared they're gonna board wipe, so I'm not gonna overextend. I'm gonna hold my Marileaf Pixie. And I'm just gonna tap them before combat. Only one person has to purchase it? Cool. Oh, they're not even attacking. What? Oh, okay, cool. You already know how Wizards went ahead and covered the issue by making the new spell Exile. I'm gonna look at this game real quick. Ooh, it's like puzzle platforming? And it looks like it has story as well. Oh, this looks incredibly sad to begin with. The real relationship tester. Keep talking and nobody explodes. That, I think I have played before. I think I've played that before in Games Club. Okay, well, I know what I'm going to be doing later, but I believe somebody wants to do dailies, so we're going to do that first. I'm thinking we're doing historic. Dude, where's my horse deck, though? Did I delete my horse deck? I loved my horse deck. Ah, here it is. Haha! I had a dream about my horse deck last night. Yeah, it sounds familiar. Or I played something similar. Alright, we be millin'. Wizards, the only people to have successfully invented a jankier client than Hearthstone. It seems like they were using Hearthstone for a model, so... You're gonna counter my Revitalize? No? Alright. Cool. No lie, I totally thought that was gonna be countered. Ah, okay, unsummoned. Fair enough. try and hit my land drop. Nope. Alright. What shall we discard? There it is. That's the fourth one he's used. There should only be 4 more in the deck. Unsummon and Stern Dismissal combined. I forgot I put it on black this mode. But do you have ways to gain life? I see. He's a fan of horses too. Can't pluck the plague mare. pretty sure he's still dead. I mean, he can't block this 6. And I just have so many numbers. Because while the horsies are great, you need the life gain to go with them. GG, Dark Legion. Do you need another? Okay. Seems okay. My goal is to drink this entire bottle of water before it's time to get my snack. The hell is this? Woo! Is that a Modern Horizons card that's just in Arena for some reason? Oh! Mill me for 12, why don't you? I'm just gonna have to hope it's not gonna be a problem. Yeah, I'm gonna lose. There's a way, but I don't like it. I mean, probably a good thing. This thing kept drawing me cards. Yeah, I'm screwed. I don't have a way to kill him fast enough. Dang, I have milled all 3. Okay. I have milled all 4. Yep. At first I was like, maybe I didn't mill all 3, or all 4, but I had. And I couldn't get to the number of treasure I needed anyway. GG. Don't be so crabby! Is it crab tribal, basically? Did you finish, or do you need one more? Yeah, it should definitely be called snow crabs. You need one more? Okay. I can go back to that later. This might be an artisan deck, I'm not sure. Oh, I made an error. I made an error. I thought I had an island. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. I thought I had an island. I do not. This is bad. This is very, very bad. This is extremely bad. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, no, no. Okay, we're in the game. Significant mistakes were made. Don't get me wrong, I am still absolutely going to lose. Because I need 2 islands really to be able to do anything. And I spent like the first 3 turns not doing anything.
I'd get out of the way if I were you.
I said a dead, dead, deadity dead. I said a dead, dead, deadity dead. Dead, dead, deadity dead. I said a dead, dead, deadity dead.
We're fit enough to survive.
Yeah, mistake number 1 was picking an artisan deck. Mistake number 2 was not realizing I didn't have an island in my hand. That was really bad. But I think you cast 6 spells, so GG. If you could call that a game. We're gonna do this one. Oh, of course, you're welcome. All 3 colors. I think we can keep this. Excuse me, I see that Nissa and that Uro. What the hell? Not cool, man. Oh, I didn't think they would block, but that's okay. They're not worried about the ramp, apparently.
Beware the ember that ignites an inferno.
Yeah, I think it's worth it.
Now altered.
At least put it away for a little while. Hello. I'm waiting for the additional land so that I can get the payoff. Should be coming soon. Yeah, get on those daily wins, right? Dude, can I get a land, please?
Surrender at any time.
We'll take it. One land in the top 5. Holy crud. Alright, next turn. Next turn we doing stuff. Alright, Let's see. Just because I can't kill it.
What kind of puzzles will I be solving today? Solving mysteries is my specialty.
Solving mysteries is my specialty. That's funny because in Zendikar he was kind of investigating what was happening.
Everything is under control.
Yeah, we'll be getting rid of that. Oh! Oh! No! Well, I guess since Vorinclex is going to come down next turn, I should do this one. Jeez.
In a better future.
Take it. I think I can still make this work though.
The laws of reality
My
could use
God.
some revisions.
Yes. Wait. I control 4 dogs. So I cannot, at this time, kill Vorinclex.
Clearly, I have nothing to teach you.
We're gonna keep chilling.
We'll make
Yikes.
More of me. Who doesn't like that? Time to set sail.
This is merely a fraction of my power.
Love it when a plan comes together. I'm always a step ahead. I had no idea I could do that either. You've already lost. We just told you I could figure it out. We can figure a way out of this.
Anyway, let's play a different game than that one, because that one was gonna get dumb. We'll keep this one. I actually could have kept the other one. I was like, oh, I don't have any green in hand, but then I realized, oh wait, I actually had a Once Upon a Time in opening hand. That's alright, though. Not a land, it gets bottomed. Dude, memory lapse hurts when you're trying to get lands. It hurts a lot. I'm running 34 lands in this deck. I don't know if it needs to be more or what exactly is happening. Maybe it needs to be closer to 40, even though 5 is like the top of my curve. Because I'm just constantly finding myself hurting for lands. My opponent already has the Prismatic Bridge out. Already. So it's like, I'm too late. I'm screwed. I have ramp spells in here too, but it's difficult when, you know, it's 100 card. We're gonna try one more time. Naya's a set of colors that tends to really be sink or swing. Either you pop off or you just lack the resources to keep going because any form of control consistency is the other two colors. Yeah, 34 lands. I'm gonna take out the sorcery of the dogs. Release the dogs. And just add another land because it isn't in itself a dog or cat spell. And yeah, it's tokens, but also gonna take that out. Probably do white. Seems to be what I need most early game. But just an additional planes. But did you see how my deck is like super concentrated in 1-drops and 2-drops and how I keep getting like enormous things into my hand? See, this is better. I'd like to do a turn 4 Johnny if I can. Ooh. Or a turn 4 Seeker's Chariot. Because this is actually cast triggers. So.
I understand you are in need of support. Deliver us to victory.
We're going to be conservative. It's like maybe we draw land and I can proc it right away, but even if we don't, I think I still cast the commander.
Be strong.
Okay, okay, cat token. I almost put in Jor-El, but decided against it because I didn't have a ton of ways to draw.
You are capable of more than you assume.
Many, many creatures. They are going to keep me from ulting, probably, which is a little sad, but that's okay. Hey, we did it. One bottle down. No reach.
Lash out all you want. Strength is born of struggle.
Pretty soon, we're gonna be in a good position to just take them out. I actually only control 5 dogs, so that's only 5 damage. I'm 6.
I will lend you my strength. I think this will be enough to kill them with the additional damage to face. Oh crap, I probably could have killed them last turn. Well, maybe. I wouldn't have done as much damage to face either, because I didn't have as many dogs, so I don't know. Hey, we finally got a win with the doggo deck. Do you guys want to see my other deck? It's better. It's a +1/+1 counter deck. Was that borking good? Yes. Yes, it was. Seems doable. Seems good. Seems bad.
am the last of the ancients, and my will reigns
in my
supreme.
storm of stone.
I have protection from like a whole board, I think. Pretty decent. Pretty frickin' decent.
Help me remake this world.
But I don't have protection from that. Because that is a single color. This seems worth it.
You were lost.
Because it'll be a while before that can come back out. Interesting. I wonder why they wouldn't do the thing. I'll take 8. Because I really want to get the Great Hedge out. Very badly. Let's see. This is cool. I haven't seen this deck before. Oh! Oh! Why would you do such a thing? That's so mean. Okay, my graveyard. I don't have any recursion, so... Mean. Just mean. Also, this sword is kind of ridiculous, and I probably should have blocked it. So, I mean, I'm just gonna die. There's not much that can be done about that. I don't have a way to get rid of this equipment, so I don't know what else there is to do. Do 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 do. These tunes brought to you by Game Chops. I'm hungry. It is just about snack time. But it doesn't have trample. All this means nothing as long as it... Alright. Pretty sure I can't take 18, so...
Honor and courage.
Distract them, Johnny!
Do you see the benefits of peace?
Hey, my first hit. I need yours back. Oh, I was right. It did take a long time for her to come back.
1,000 years, I can finally embrace my fate was forged in stone.
Yeah, I think I lost. Captain Sisay. Should be interesting. I may or may not be addicted to peanut butter. If Typically when I eat peanut butter, I want more. Foretell. Well, that's not good. That's even worse. If my one creature even makes it to next turn, I can use Struggle for Skemfar to hit Captain Sisay. But it'll be a trade, because Immortal Sun is already out on my turn 4. I'm not sure if it's their turn 4 as well. Probably. Either that or they missed a land drop. Vorinclex seems good. Oh wait, this will make it so that it doesn't die. Now, does it just come back out next turn? Yes, but she at least would have to cast that instead of Vorinclex. And they're going for more mana instead. Interesting. The nice thing is that even if Vorinclex shuts down a Johnny. Well, actually, Immortal Sun already shuts down a Johnny, but it still has the static effect. Putting a lot of eggs in one basket here, but you know what? That just happens to be what we're doing. I have to block. It's my only option, but I think I'm dead anyway. The value is too real. seems good. Guess what? That's not a board wipe. And even if it were... Oh my god, I can't use any of these cards. Yeah, that turn 4 Immortal Sun or whatever the heck that was not good for my deck. Particularly with those draws I was getting. I only have like 4 Planeswalkers in the whole deck and I had 3 of them in my hand. Excuse me. Better. Still not great, but better. Meanwhile, opponent has a turn 1 play. Looks like we're dealing with control. Cool. Cool. Alright. I at least know they're not countering me. Okay. No land drop. That's hurtful game, but we will move on. Bye-bye, Renata. A land, please. Thank you. I'm thinking maybe 34 lands isn't enough, even though that's what I normally do in... Even though that's what I normally do in Commander decks, around 34, 36 lands. There are some decks that need like 40 lands, so... I also have to remember that he has destroyed 2 of my lands, so it's a little bit different. Yeah, seems good. Take the trade. Seems good. A bunch of crap I can't play thanks to you. Please, discard your choice. Sack one creature. I have to block with the other, or they can destroy my other creature and it ends right now. Nope. I don't know why they didn't swing out, considering I have to block the 80 or I die. But, you know, thanks for the extra 2 life. And now I can't draw besides. Seems good. Seems great. I think I will go ahead and gain some life.
Be steadfast in
And then scoop.
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
Yeah, believe it or not, this was actually the good deck that performed well last night. I don't know, guess people are taking it more seriously now, or it's been solved since then. Hey! How's it going, Valexion? We're playing a little bit of the historic 100 card Brawl. What is this? That's not a lot better, but I guess I'll keep it. I hope you are doing well today. Into Arena and you wasted your wild cards on auras? Oh no! You constructed a deck with what you got. Did you use the Game Nights promo code already? Because that gets you a bunch of cards for free. That is... You used all the promo codes, okay. Your favorite colors are red and blue?
We have an Is It Wizard among us. You like burn and counter or something different? Goblins and tongues, okay. The lack of lands is a little troubling. Hey, first strike, that works. That works quite well, in fact. Mecha Godzilla, MVP. Meanwhile, opponent hasn't missed a single land drop. The theme of today is just not having any lands. Thank God, our boy is in hand. That works. Death Touch and First Strike, it's a good combo. The crazy thing is, I might still be able to do this off of Mecha Godzilla alone. One more turn, this gets big enough to block. Oh my god! Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? There's Ashiok. Do I kill the flyer? I think I kill the flyer. Do they not know how Trampled Death Touch works? Or am I making a mistake? They don't know how Trampled Death Touch works. Or they wanted to get it back as a thingamajig. So that way they can steal my Nessian Horn Beetle. That only gets them to 7. I'll be at 1. GG.
Ah, I love the smell of lumps in the morning. I like to think big.
Flying, besides. I didn't even need the flying. Woo! That was close. Hi, what is that? Nematobricon. You were severely disappointed that the Friday Night Magic wasn't all access cards. Yeah, unfortunately they don't do that very often. How are you doing, Nemato? I hope you are well. Apologies for checking late. Oh, you would like to do the challenge? Do you have... There's no penalty to concede. Do you have a historic Brawl deck? Nope, it's too late. I already conceded. 100-card Brawl deck? Alright, let's go. I think I got that right. We can't play historic 100-card Brawl with friends? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Why? Yeah, they don't have it as an option. Is there a different format that you'd like to play? I couldn't select it. I couldn't select my decks. They're considered invalid. See, that's what I thought. I thought, oh yeah, I'll just do Brawl and then it'll work. Nope. Okay. While you're making a deck, I'm gonna hop back into a challenge, into the Historic Brawl Fest. So that way you can take your time. Frickin' arena, I swear. They're like, no, to play this format, you have to pay the ransom. You can't just play it with your friends. That's not allowed. Only 2 lands. If I get one more, mulligan. That's a bit better.
a little bit scared of this Winota deck. Because my stuff is 5 instead of 4 because of this lady over here. Here it comes! Here it frickin' comes! Well, that could have been worse. Leave out blockers. That seems potentially bad. They whiffed! Yes! And then I can pay the 1 and get a servo. Okay. Decisions. Kind of like the idea of drawing cards, not gonna lie. Still dies. That's fine. Another whiff. I can't believe it. Say no attack. Next turn, I think I may put out Sparring Regimen, just so that I can start getting some more servos out, because that way I'll have man open. Okay, so everything on my field's gonna die.
I think I'm gonna leave the ooze and just take 6, and hopefully it's only 6. Now the tax is gone. Oh! Okay. So I'm screwed. Can I activate abilities? It's not enough to save me. This guy is scary. He's very scary. Alright, you ready, Valexium? Yeah, that went from tenable to untenable extremely fast. Loud noises. Oh no. Ah! Okay. Cutting the deck down, 70 some on cards, okay. The ageless question versus explosive decks like Winota. Do I play something fun and goofy and get run over quickly? Or do I play more controlling decks and take 45 minutes grinding them out? Yeah. I'm gonna switch back to my doggo deck because I enjoy it. Stretchy doggo. I've won 1 game with each deck, so obviously I'm bad at this. It seems keepable. This is not a mount for planes. My poor doggo! This might just be removal tribal. With this lady. They don't have commander waiting in this event, so probably seeing a lot more of the more oppressive commanders. Perhaps. I had heard, actually, that they were gonna wait ones that had been formerly banned, like Winota and stuff. But, I mean, that doesn't mean they did it well. Again, where are my land drops? I have to put more lands in the deck. I don't know if it's a shuffler thing or like what exactly, but unfortunately I can't kill it, so... And I'll be one short of lethal. So we'll hold it. Give them the fewest number of permanents I can. It's over. Yeah, standard Brawl is 60 card. They're an idiot! Oh my god! They just gave that away. Yeah, friendly is historic. So which one do you want to play? I have standard Brawl decks and historic Brawl decks. So let me know. They punted. They gave that away so hard. Oh my lord. Standard. Got it. Okay. Let's go. Oh, wow. Why don't I see you in my friends list? It says you are offline. Oh, there you are. So we will go Brawl. We're going to go standard Brawl. Thank you for following, Nematobricon. I'm getting better. Let's see. Not historic Brawl. Regular, standard Brawl. Excuse me. It's the name of a fish you like? Oh. It kind of reminds me, the first part reminds me of nematode. So I wonder if it's related to that. same root, it means thread. Okay. I like this card. You call the tokens from Ominous Seas Insta-Krakens? Yes. So I swear, this deck isn't all flying, but I'm getting a lot of flyers right now. Wizard, Cleric, Wizard, Wizard, Cleric, Warrior. I still need a, oh my god, what's the name of the fourth thing? Rogue. I still need a Rogue for a full party. Does this get me there? It does. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No board wipe. GG. Do you want to play again? Or I can play a different deck. Yeah, I just got lucky and got like all of the flyers in that deck. Most of that deck is on the ground. Because it's Party from Zendikar. Well, I guess I'll... You back in the chat? GG.
GG, did you want another one? I could play a different deck or something like that. Looking through your list of decks to find what will amuse you most today. The Praetors. I can't even afford it. I'm getting close, but I can't afford it. You're surprised you won the 2 matches that you did in Friday Night Magic last night? There's a lot of mix of abilities there. Okay. See if I can copy paste. That would be handy. I am very pleased with the decision to include Game Chop's music in the stream. It's so much better than the arena music. What type of format, Brawl? What is this song? Spin Dash. Spin Dash 3. Okay. I updated the title of the stream because we can't. Your standard decks are less oppressive? Okay. I mean, I should probably make sure that I'm not doing oppressive control standard deck either. We'll try humans. No! This game is out of beta, everybody. You like control mirrors, but they're probably hard to watch. Fair.
Arena! Why you do this? Okay, I'm gonna take like a 3-minute break and restart Arena and see if that makes it better. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. You have to restart too? Alright. No problem. Now you're good? Alright. Brawl? We playing standard Brawl? I have an idea. Instead of doing this, let's use the direct challenge button. Oh, Brawl discussion? Oh, okay. Okay, we're going to issue a direct challenge. None of this friends list buggy crap. Brawl. See if that works. Also, double check I have your name right? Because I copy pasted, so it should be good. for those of you joining us, I hope you are enjoying our Magic Arena troubleshooting stream. Unfortunately, if this doesn't work, I'm not sure what else to try. Because we already both restarted. We tried friendless. This is the direct challenge button. If the name is correct, I am not sure what else to do. Alright, here we go. Do it that way. Thanks for clipping that. Seems like I should protect my my non-creature spells. Bye-bye, Nico Defies Destiny. That's a shame. I really wanted that life gain, but that's how it goes sometimes. A land would be fantastic right now. That's not a land. I'll still cast it though. That's actually okay, because everything already has flying. Land. Land, 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 land. I should have specified untapped land, but die. Yeah, figures. Go forth, Vega.
Do I live to get to this? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Do I live with 1? Am I doing the math wrong? I live with 1. Let's see if we can climb our way back. What's her foretell cost? Is less. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Alright, and I'm gonna swing because I can't block, so why not? Pass. Gonna be leaving the battlefield in a moment, so you know. Oh, thank God. Just kidding, I'm still dead, actually. Because there are 2 flyers. There's just too much. Too much, too much, too much. Yeah, that's... Oh no! I will live with 1. Assuming they don't have any hasty stuff. And assuming they don't remove any of my creatures, which, you know. Unlikely. As I said. Yeah, that board wipe took about 2 turns too long. GG. Appropriate music. Would you care for another, or would anyone else like to play? GG. Would you care for another, or would anybody else like to play? Forgotten how crazy Watcher is in that deck. You just started your Historic Fest? Ah, no problem. Yeah, let's go again. Well, let me do the direct thingy again. That seemed to work better. And it is Brawl. That deck is all flyers. Because Alayla wants it to be. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. I'm excited. I'm gonna have like a good lunch today. It's Saturday. We're chilling. Getting ready for the move. I should probably remind you guys that I'll be streaming again tomorrow, but I am probably almost definitely not going to be able to stream it next weekend because next weekend I am moving. But, you know, resuming the following weekend. I'll also remind on my Twitter and everything. Okay. Just because I don't want to bet that we'll draw Forest, because Crystalline Giant is so good. I love it. Ooh, looks like we got some snow business up in here. Take Evolving Wilds out of here because I think all the landfall creatures are not in this deck anymore. Like, it made sense before, but does not make sense now. Seems good, particularly since he figures this guy's incoming.
A world of monsters. This is my paradise. Diversity is our greatest strength.
Yeah, I don't know. I could have played Vorinclex, but I'm feeling a board wipe right now. Maybe not. Maybe not.
I love making new friends.
Because of the trample. Yeah. Hasty Vorinclex and, hey, by the way, trample over here. That worked out well for me. That was a nice 1-2 punch. GG. You want to do one more as a tiebreaker, or you good? Oh, Dark Legion Mage, you want to play? Okay. What kind of brawl? Standard or historic? Historic, okay. Let's go with my cloth stack. Okay, it didn't kick me out. Alright, this... Well, we got three lands. Seems alright. As soon as you saw the commanders, oh no! It was a bad matchup for you. Yeah, I didn't realize that you were changing either. Counter. Counter. See, this is a bad matchup by me. Although, looks like Knight's gonna resolve. Maja's underpowered, but amusing most of the time. Yeah, I love green-white. Green-white is probably my favorite color combination, even though I don't play it very often, because it tends to be underpowered. I might as well use the Evolving Wilds right now. Get a green.
try this. Leaves 1 mana open, so if it's one of those, pay 1. But it's not. It's a normal counter. Vorinclex is a nightmare for any deck without a lot of ways to remove Vorinclex, basically. Yeah, makes sense. I said a no, no, no-itty no. I said a no, no, no-itty no. No, no, no-itty no. I said a no, no, no-itty no. Yeah, Nematobe Rykon. Remember that super control matchup that you were talking about? Yeah, that's this. That's this right now. We're gonna name Dinosaur. Hey. That was awkward. Okay. Its ramp is usually good enough that going under isn't easy either. Bolus is Bolus. What else would it be? Exactly.
Consider this a warning.
I mean, whatever I do gets countered, so... Your main standard Brawl deck is Ashiok, and you probably have something like 1,000 wins with it since the card was released. Wow.
Meditate and prepare.
It's pretty good.
If you haven't heard of me, then get ready to meet my fate. Aw, looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
At what point is it no longer rude to scoop? Because I have absolutely no shot here. I haven't even done damage to him. Translation, you play a lot, almost all singleton format. At what point can he make me lose the game? Next turn? Cool.
Or is it getting a little warm in here? Keep an open mind.
And counter. You said, I think 5 planeswalkers is well beyond what would be considered reasonable to keep playing through. I'm intentionally letting him play with the food now, have been for several turns. Yeah, GG Dark Legion Maze, that was fun watching you play Magic. I'm gonna hop back into this now. We'll see if we can actually, try to get all the wins. Not sure what's going on with the lands here, but I think it's keepable. I get a forest with this card, and then I play the white side of the other card, and I think it works. I think I'll do this. And I'll probably end up sacking the Pride Mate to, the Bayou Groff. That game was a perfect showcase of why you usually don't play Ashok versus people that you know, because you don't want them to get salty. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, playing to win. That's definitely a great way to play to win. But it's like, okay, your opponent isn't really getting to play anything. I didn't have anything. First of all, I think I only had 2 or 3 spells even resolve. And then nothing stayed out on the battlefield for an entire turn cycle. Yeah. You don't want to wreck the experience. I get it. Boy, I wish I could, like, just store the mana. Yeah, it's all about expectations for the game. I want to hang on to the Sanctuary Cat because hopefully I can use it to proc. Rainbow Bridge? Oh! Okay. Yeah, if you want spike competition, you'll do that. If not, you don't. Yeah, I'm definitely more of a, like, Tammy or Janie rather than a Spike, as you can tell, because I'm playing this deck, which is not good. I'm just going to play out my hand because apparently I'm never going to find my 4th land.
Also, I think this game is over, so we're gonna concede. And I'm gonna put more lands in the deck because it's not what I don't know if like the shuffler doesn't work with 100 card or if I'm being dumb. Like, I have 35 lands in the deck. The majority of my spells are 2 or less. The top of my curve is 5. Why am I constantly mana starved? It doesn't make any sense. But I'm gonna throw in some more stuff. We're gonna put in some more lands. I don't know what I'm gonna take out, but we're gonna put in some more lands. The next game is getting mana flooded? Of course, of course. And why have I never even drawn this card? Maybe I drop one of the Ajanis? Or both of the Ajanis? No planeswalkers, let's go. Yeah, it's definitely a good like debate to have. And I have a bunch of commander decks at different power levels. You just finished your fest? Excellent. I think that's keepable. We have 3 lands on opening hand. What a nice departure from normal. But this card is crucial to my artistic vision and lands are boring, right? See if they fall for it. They did not. Probably should have still played Kikira, but that's okay. Because they're not going to swing. The thing that I like about this event, even though I'm mostly getting my butt handed to me, is that there's a wide variety of decks. You get caught up in the deck themes that way. It's only very competitive for the more ruthless decks. Yeah. Absolutely. Unfortunately, standard Brawl is a bit monotonous at the top end, even if you win a lot. Yeah, that's why Historic Brawl's so great. A lot of these cards are from Jumpstart. And other sets. Growing and growing and growing. How many more Asika decks will you beat and sometimes lose to today? Right? Okay. Okay. I might just pump the remaining cards you have. You're playing the event yourself now? How is it going? Ugh. Lame. Bigger and bigger and bigger. They're gonna be able to get a 6-drop now. Well. Bye-bye, Orphan Guard.
On the plus side, not getting mana screwed anymore. So maybe I finally hit the right number of lands for this deck. I don't know. I think because we can give protection, it's worth it to have Rin and Sari out. Yeah, hopefully if they try to remove Rin, it'll be with something that I can protect it from. Seven drop. Coma seems good. They don't seem to run counters, so. Nothing I can do. I control two dogs, so yeah, that won't work. I'm going to get a mountain. But with Coma, I do not know if there's a path to victory for me, quite honestly. I can try to, I think literally what I need to do now is just try to go as wide as possible and try to direct damage him, because I don't think I'm getting through this. Just kidding, we're dead. Just kidding, we're dead. Just kidding, we're dead. Oh yeah. I want Crater Hoof Behemoth. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I think? Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters much to me. Did the math wrong. I was off by one, looked like. I'm gonna swap decks, see if that helps. Ugh, it's a Sika again. Wonderful. I do not want to cast for 0, thank you very much. Shrines? Okay. You're playing Golas so far? Lost to a Golas deck and then one Kinnan opponent who got tired of having their stuff killed. Imagine that. Just realized I could have done this second main. Because they already have trample. I stand by the decision to put the additional lands in the deck. I was like, didn't I take this out? And then I remembered I switched decks. Let me see. Sadly, I think we gotta discard our boy. He's too far away. We're trying to spread the love as much as possible because he can keep tapping down my stuff, but only one per turn. Made it. Only because they were color screwed, but we'll take it. Ooh, I really like that art. Look at this art. Look at it. That is gorgeous. like most of the cosmetics. I don't like the ones that are cosmetics that are really the same art, but they do kind of move around. I don't like that. This I like. Let's see if we can get that 5th win. I'm gonna have to eat lunch semi-soon, but like, I want that 5th win though. Is Untapped working? Maybe it doesn't work for Brawl? I don't know. I don't like this. I don't really like that either, but I at least have a Scry land. It pains me, but I have to do it. We need to get to 3 lands. Dryad, sweet. I feel like if I play the Fertilid, they'll just like torch it, so put something that's a little bit more. Nope. That's a reroll. That is a reroll. I was already hurting for lands. Take that win. Congratulations. We're not playing that. No, thank you. I was already at a disadvantage. Did not feel like coming back from that. Ooh, Teysa! This could be cool. Bunch of high drops. Okay. Put another counter on him.
Gives it personality. Be your best self.
I like that. That's the first time I've done that. Okay, so they're trying to drain me.
Teamwork is strength.
Yep, we're sacking. I wonder if they'll make me sack both. Nope, only one. Cool.
We'll do this together.
Figure if I'm going to be sacking, I should be making tokens. I also need to start gaining life pretty soon. Might be time for a Johnny!
Be steadfast in all your ways. Now do you see the benefits of peace?
Share in my strength.
We going wide.
I will help you through this.
Okay. Hopefully I'm not dead. But I'm probably dead. Yes, I am dead. That's a shame. I wanted, next turn, I wanted to go in with Unbreakable Formation, but I guess I should have gone in with the, what's-a-face. With the previous turn, with the Freylee's proc. Hindsight. Is this person doing cat tribal? Or just lifelink tribal? Probably lifelink tribal. Yeah, be sure to let me know if you've rammed through this event. I'd love to hear about your decks. Since I can't play against them, Arena. Oh boy. I almost clicked on the forest. I would have been very upset. Next turn, we can grab Rishkar. Make the boys a little bigger. Excuse me.
Windy skies, leaves underfoot.
That's your Pronghorn Beetle.
How dare you stop this?
Go be distracted by Garuk for a minute. Take it. The reason I killed Heliod instead of Resplendent Angel is because of the amount of mana they have. This is just a big indestructible blocker, which is annoying. If they were to like play another thing that has 2 pips, it would just come back as a blocker, you know what I mean? Okay.
I will teach you humility, if I must. If I have to light the way, I will.
That's an annoying card to try to block. I cannot block.
A familiar taste.
I will take action.
One that grows
Oh.
no sweeter.
Well, no, that's right. And I will exile you. Because I want to get Garuk back.
I am predator, you're prey. Accept your fate.
No life gain.
Out of our way.
Okay, got it. And that's the last win. Interesting. Alrighty. So we got all our 5 wins. Let's see if there's somebody that we can raid. Looking for a friend that we can raid. DM Peter is playing some Magic, it looks like. Ooh, cracking MH2? That sounds fun. Okay. We'll go ahead and raid DM Peter. I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Please be sure to stay safe.